So when a young horse suddenly has a change of demeanour at the mounting block, that's something that I simply would not ignore. And that is the case with Casey. Now she's rising 5. She's been really good to ride. She'll normally stand at the mounting block, no problem. On Saturday, really not happy and offered a threat of a mini rear. That's something I could think, that's something that the rider's done. But I'm a little bit older, I'm a little bit wiser than that, and honestly believe that there's something more going on that would warrant that behaviour. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to get the dentist out. I haven't been happy with her teeth for a while. She's been to the vets. She had x-rays. The vet did her. I think that was back in August last year. He was like, no, her teeth are fine. But I'm still not convinced that there's not something going on within her mouth. So I'm going to get the dentist out, see what he says, and then I will take it from there. When a rider goes to get on and the horse has that kind of a reaction, it's because they're anticipating that pain is going to follow. So what I need to do now is I need to just do some mounting with her, not schooling, so that she's realising that actually having a rider on doesn't mean pain. And that's exactly what I'm going to do. But first stop, dentist. Comments below. Have you had a horse that suddenly changes in their demeanour? You accept that it's just a horse being naughty, which I truly believe it never is. There is always a reason. Horses don't want to be naughty. If they're displaying unwanted behaviour, there is always going to be some kind of physical pain or something that's sat behind that unwanted behaviour. And I do believe that's the case with Casey. So we're going to have a look and see what we can find out, what's going on with her and why she hasn't been happy. And then before I get on, I'll do my usual little massage and we'll take it from there. But first stop, the dentist. Let's see what he has to say and whether or not he can find anything that would back up the behaviour that she's been exhibiting in the last few weeks. The dentist out, she was a little bit sharp on her back teeth. He didn't think that it was anything that would display the behaviour that we have been seeing. However, bearing in mind, young horses can sometimes overreact to the slightest of pain. Hoping that with what the dentist did yesterday, and I've given her a body treatment as well. So I've given her a full massage. I did that yesterday after the dentist. So my plan today will literally be to just bring Casey to the mounting block. I'm going to ask her to stand. I will then give her her treat. I'll ask her to walk on 3 strides. I'm going to pat her and get off. I'm then going to repeat that. And I'll probably do that maybe 4 times because I just wanted to know that somebody sitting on her doesn't equal pain. I've only been riding and walking around in my Skechers, but because she's going to have, or the possibility is that she could go up with me, I've actually put a pair of riding boots on and get my foot into it. I can't walk very well, but let's see how we get on. I just want to know that if I need to, I can get off her at a moment's notice, and I'm not sure I would do that quickly with my Skechers on. Ask her to walk calmly to the mounting block. Good girl. Good girl. And stand. 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 Good girl. Stand. Good girl, Case. Stand. Good girl. Now I'm going to give her a treat. Good girl, Case. All the time, just reassuring her. And walk on, walk on, walk on, walk on. Good girl. Good girl. And stand. And I'm going to pat her there. Tell her she's a good girl. Now that is a lot better than the last time she was sat on, because She literally threatened to go up. So I'm happy that she didn't even feel like she was going to threaten to go up. So I'm going to just hop off her. Good girl. And I feel like I've cheated her a little bit because she actually dropped her treat. So this time, bring her back. Pick a treat up for her. Good girl. Bring her back. Again, I'm just keeping everything nice, calm and relaxed. That's all I want it to be. Stand. Stand. I'm not going to get on her until she stands. Good girl. Good girl. I'll give her a treat. She got it this time. And then quietly ask her to walk on. Walk on. Good girl. Walk on. Walk on. Good girl. Good girl. And this is something that she wasn't doing. You know, she was literally, well, I was a bit shocked when I saw her. She was like a wild child. And I was like, oh, good girl. And one more. And in actual fact, I think for fear of annoying her, I'm just going to do it once more. And if she does it perfect, that's as much as I'm going to do, because if I carry on doing it, what is she learning? She's being good. And if I keep doing it, then there's no reward for her. So the reward will be, no, stand, stand. And again, she's got to stand so that I'm in a good position to get on. Stand. Good girl. Good girl. Good girl. And good girl. Please. You are sweetheart. Good girl. And I'm going to ask her to walk on. Walk on. In case. No. Walk on. Walk on. Go on. Walk on. Go on. Just chew it sweet there. And let's walk on. Walk on. Now her back's coming up a little bit here. Go on, sweetheart. Walk on. That's it. Go on. Go on. Walk on. Walk on. Go on. That's it. Good girl. So her back's actually up here now, which is a shame. So I'm going to have to do it once more. Go on. Good girl. That's better. Go on, walk on. Walk on. Turn. Now, her back came up a little bit there, so I'm actually going to do it one more time because I don't want that to be the one that we finish on. Had she have done that the same as the other two times, I would have finished. The fact that her back came up, I'm now going to just do it one more time. Sid, you're not helping. Good girl, Case. And stand. Good girl. Good girl. Stand. And again, keeping the same. Good girl. Walk on. Walk on. Walk on. Walk on. Good girl. Go on. Walk on. Walk on. Good girl. Can't finish on these negatives. Good girl. Stand. And then treat. Good girl. And then ask her to walk on. And you know what? For today's lesson, I'm absolutely super pleased. And it's like I'm saying in the series, the same with Zeus, keeping everything positive. So I knew that because she got a problem with somebody getting on her, that was today's lesson. Just getting her to accept the rider. And hopefully you will have seen that, you know, overall she's been pretty good. Okay, so on reviewing the video, unfortunately, it had stopped. So I just wanted to explain what had happened before I did that last mount with Casey. So when I got off her and I just quickly checked, a little bit of random hair, even though I'd done a sweep to get the mane out from under the saddle, a little bit of random hair had just got stuck under the saddle. And it was, I swept it out, and that was when she then was good at the very end for me to mount. So don't ever think that a horse is just being naughty, they're just being difficult. That will not be the case. There will always be a reason behind a horse's behaviour changing. And that's exactly what's happened here. Casey's gone from being very good from a 5-year-old to then displaying quite dangerous behaviour, which we've got to understand what sits behind that. Have you had a horse that suddenly has changed in its attitude? And if you have, let me know how did it change? And B, what did you do about it? On that, that's a goodbye from Casey and I. And then tomorrow, as long as she's good for me to get on, I will then take her into the school. Not do a lot with her, just telling her that you can be ridden and it's not going to hurt. Granny in the saddle riding real and true, like share,